What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys are living in the joy of the Lord and enjoying it, no matter what's going on, no matter what your bank account say, no matter how many bills you got in the mail, no matter what's going on the news. I hope you guys are still choosing to live in the joy of the Lord and enjoy it. Now, I'm just going to say this, and then we're going to elaborate on it. Do not expect the person who's been around you all your life since you was a kid to now to always support you. That is just not always the case. And that's what this topic is about today. It's going to be quick, but I hope this roots in your heart, and I hope this releases some people. A lot of us are super talented, super gifted, super I don't know how to say it. We have a lot of these things that God has given us at a young age, or we've developed the skill over time. Sometimes it's even various things, right? And we have it and we want to do something with it. But a lot of times what's holding us back is the fact that we look around and no one around us is supporting us. We're looking at our parents, our aunts, our cousins, our best friends, our teachers, the people we think are the closest to us. And we realize these people are not supporting us. These are the people that I go to every single day, and they will not support what I'm trying to do. And a lot of times it burdens us down, and we think that because nobody is supporting it, maybe it's not the right thing to do. Because my mother, my father, or my stepdad, or whoever is not supporting it, we think that's not the thing to do. We love singing. We grew up singing. We love to hear music. We love to do art. We love to do painting. We love to do hair. But because the people around us are not supporting it, or they are not invested in it as much as us, we think that, hey, maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe it's just not the right thing. And maybe they see something that I don't see, so I should stop it. We don't realize that because these people have been around it so long, or because they grew up around it, some people feel entitled to it, or they feel used to it. They don't see the magic behind it. They think that it's just, cliche. It's something normal. I grew up around this. I grew up around this person always drawing the wildest things. So I don't see that big of a fascination in it. So they don't take much investment to it. They don't take it as serious as you do. And even sometimes to ourselves, because we grew up with it, because it's something that was normally inside of us, we're not surprised by it anymore. We're not surprised by it anymore. So we choose not to invest it, and we let that gift and that talent sit dormant instead of doing something with it. Well, that being said, I have one important thing to tell you on today. Baby, it is time for you to get into some new rooms with some fresh faces. I mean, walk into them things boldly and do something new, okay? Sometimes you have to get away from what you are used to in an uncomfortable place, in a place that you never ever before seen, and something that you're not used to, in order for you to make way. These people or the things that are around you are used to your gift. So you have to step outside the box and present it to an audience that's not used to it. Because sometimes the people who are not used to seeing what they're seeing, they haven't seen it before, or they've never seen it presented in that way, will invest in you much more, much farther than the people who are used to, who just think this is something that I've always seen, this is something that's normal, this is something that's just not that big of an opportunity. Think about it. God does it for us all the time. We have these talents, these spiritual gifts that he sets in us, and we think that is normal. I was just created like this. But he says, I want to do a new thing with you, and I'm going to put you in newer places and bigger places, so you can see that this thing is nothing normal. This thing is nothing in the ordinary. This is something that's much bigger, for a much bigger audience, for new and fresh faces to see. And I pray this for you even right now, that with the talents and the gifts and the things that you have, that you are never just caught thinking that this is it, that it's just normal, that it's just basic. I pray that everything that God gives you, he surprises you with all the time. I don't care about that voice that you've had since you was a little person. I pray that every time you open your mouth, it surprises you and it amazes you at what God can do. One thing is, because if we get used to it, it starts becoming a thing. Well, I knew I could do that. I knew I could do that. I knew I could do that. And it becomes a more prideful thing. And we remove the glory of God from it, and we start glorifying ourselves in a way that we think that we always could do it, when in all honesty, the gift never belonged to us in the first place. But that's sidetracked. I sidetracked myself. Time to see fresh faces. I know it may scare you. I know you're like, I don't know these people, or I don't know how to do these things. But this is when you ask God, Lord, you gave me this ability to do this, that, and third. And right now, I feel dormant where I'm at. No one around me is trying to support me. And because of this lack of support, I feel like that I'm not being able to push through. Help me step into a room with new faces and so I can enter into a place with new spaces. Furthermore, let me tell you this. If you're waiting for any man to support you, you are going to be waiting for a lifetime, and you're also never going to be satisfied. With waiting on man, there will always be a failure in it, because individually we're concerned about what we have going on in our lives, or in the moment when we are trying to support, something happens when we're no longer able to do it. With a man, there will always be a fail. Why would you wait on the support and the validation of people who are like the wind? They just blow from east to west. They are never it's just never a sturdy thing, but they blow from every which type of way. It's never just one direction. It's various ways. Why wait on that when you have the support of God that's blueprinted in your destiny? When he tells you to go ahead, and he's going to carry you to all these new faces from where you started all the way to wherever he's trying to take you. I'm amazed that even today I'm here on YouTube. If I would have sat here and just waited for the validation of man, this thing would have never happened. This communication with this camera and the audience overall would have never happened if I waited for the validation of man. But because of what God had already designed in me and the support he had already given me, it gave me the go ahead to go on. And once you accept the support of Christ over any support that man could give you, he will surround you with the people who need to be there to help you, to carry you through. And he will also surround you with your pathway and your destiny and your future to where you need to be. And before long, you'll see those new faces and new spaces, and you'll look back and say, Lord, how did I get here? Sure enough, there are some people who have, don't mind my minute. Sure enough, there are some people who have the support of their family since they were younger. Those people invested in them, and I'm so grateful that they get to experience that. But for those who don't have that support, first, look for it in God. Look for the support in God to get to those places where you know you have the talent for, the gifts for. He has given them to you. Ask him for the support and the blueprint and the go ahead and what to do with it. And watch him turn the non-support that you're getting and the burdenness that you're feeling about not getting support from others. Watch him turn that thing around. And once you accept the support from God, that's it. You don't have to get no support from nobody else. If God said it, who gonna stop it? Who gonna stop it? So that's the message. You want to know how to get into new spaces, you got to get around some new faces. And sometimes that new face is first accepting the support from Christ, so he can turn the whole thing around for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, share it with somebody who's feeling kind of down, feeling kind of stuck in the place that they're in. Y'all, where you're at is not your final destination. And if it is your final destination, that is not your final destiny in that place. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with somebody who is feeling this type of way. And y'all continue to live your week blessed and in the joy of the Lord. And that's in spite of the bills, in spite of the things you see on the news, in spite of what your pantry say. Continue to live in the joy of the Lord and enjoy it. Peace out.